Hey, we're here with Jay Williams, All-American guard at Duke, number 2 overall pick with the Bulls. What did you think of today's festivities here at the Slam Dunk Contest with McDonald's All-American?
I think it's great. It's exactly what it should be. You know, obviously we have 24 of the most elite players in the nation here, and headlined by Ben Simmons and names like, Malik Newman. So I'm excited to see it. And this was the first step, having a slam dunk and three-point shootout, and the kids stepped up to it, man. I tell you, these kids are not shy to be in front of the camera.
No, not at all. Does this throw you back to the 1990s when you were in high school doing this type of stuff?
It does. 99, I'm starting to date myself here. But I think it's a different age. It's a different generation. I didn't grow up with social media being the way it is now, and to see how poised these kids are in front of the camera and the way they're able to articulate themselves and be creative by bringing their phone out and videoing it, it just brings a different level of creativity. And I think it's really cool that we get a chance to share that with ESPN.
Yeah, Dwayne Bacon really brought it on those couple dunks. Those are phenomenal.
Yeah, and him and Xavier Rattan-Mays next year for Florida State. That's going to be a heck of a team to follow in the ACC.
Yeah, LSU should have a pretty good team with the recruits that they had. Now, going to the college level, I know that Duke still has to beat Michigan State, but and Kentucky would still have to end up beating Wisconsin. But Duke looks like they have a chance to beat Kentucky. How could they actually get it done to actually beat Kentucky?
We've been talking about a lot of teams having a chance to beat Kentucky. And, Kentucky continues to, amaze me with their poise and their composure on the court. I think Duke has some of the right pieces, and obviously that starts with Jahlil Okafor. He cannot afford to be in foul trouble. If he gets in foul trouble, they'll have no chance because Kentucky brings a plethora of big men to the table. But there's no doubt about it. Quinn Cook, Tyus Jones, Justice Winslow, Matt Jones, they have to be exceptional that night. They need to shoot lights out in Indianapolis. If they can do that, Duke will have a chance. But if we have Duke-Kentucky, that might be the highest rated game we will have in the history of college basketball. That will get huge numbers.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what we end up getting. Just wondering, if Kentucky does win and go 40-0, does that make them the undisputed best team of all time single season?
I think it puts them in the conversation. I think, a lot of people can negate that by saying it's a different time, different age, with a lot more one-and-dones. Or they're playing against more of their peers now than playing against upperclassmen. But that's the way of the world. It's what have you done for me lately? And, these kids will remember that as the greatest of their time, and that's what it will be.
One more question before you go, Jay. You obviously had a horrible accident when you were a player. And Jerry Reinsdorf paid for 1 year of your salary at the end. How much did that mean to you that the Bulls took care of you? Or like, when you look back at that point in your life, like, is it hard coming back to Chicago to thinking about all that?
No, it's not hard at all. I love this city. This city I tried to represent for a year. And look, man, it was a long time ago. That was 10-plus years ago. And Jerry Reinsdorf and I are still really good friends. And they've done regardless of the money doesn't really mean anything. That relationship is what fosters the friendship that we have. And to always come back here and be supported and support them in any way possible, that's what it's about, man. We have to move on.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jay.
No worries at all. Have a good one.
Jay Williams.